Hey Raiders fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The NFL world is buzzing with excitement and disbelief as the Raiders reportedly pull off one of the most unexpected acquisitions of the offseason, landing Christian McCaffrey, arguably one of the most versatile running backs in the modern game. Sources close to the organization suggest that the decision to bring McCaffrey to Las Vegas wasn't just a tactical move, but a statement of intent, signaling that the Raiders are ready to redefine their offensive identity. Fans and analysts alike are already speculating how McCaffrey's dual threat ability, both as a runner and a receiver, could transform the Raiders' game plan, providing quarterback Derek Carr with an almost unfair advantage. Rumors hint that the team's front office was pursuing this deal for months, exploring every contractual nuance to ensure McCaffrey would be willing to embrace a new challenge in Sin City. The excitement isn't just contained within the fan base. Former players, coaches, and commentators are weighing in, debating whether this could be the turning point for a franchise that has long been seeking consistency and playoff relevance. Social media platforms are exploding with hashtags, memes, and predictions, making it clear that this move has captured the imagination of the football world in a way few acquisitions ever have. Whispers from inside the Raiders facilities suggest that McCaffrey's role will not be limited to the traditional running back duties. Insiders say the coaching staff is already envisioning packages where he lines up in the slot, motioning across formations, and creating mismatches that defenses simply cannot account for. Analysts are beginning to draw parallels with the great offensive minds of the league, wondering if the Raiders are attempting to emulate a hybrid system that blends speed, precision, and unpredictability at every level of the field. Rumors indicate that McCaffrey's skill set was the missing puzzle piece for a team that has struggled to maintain offensive balance in recent seasons, often relying too heavily on predictable schemes. Fans are already theorizing about McCaffrey moments where explosive plays could come from unexpected angles, whether it's a screen pass breaking into the open field or a well-timed draw that leaves linebackers flat-footed. Industry insiders are hinting an aggressive marketing strategy as well, suggesting that the Raiders could capitalize on this signing to not only boost ticket sales, but to generate a nationwide buzz that extends beyond the usual fan base. Conversations among commentators often drift into what-ifs and hypothetical scenarios, as everyone tries to imagine the chaos and brilliance McCaffrey might bring to every game, week after week, redefining what it means to be a dual-threat offensive weapon in today's NFL landscape. Scuttlebutt from training sessions, though unofficial, hints that McCaffrey has been immersing himself in Raiders playbooks even before his official debut, studying formations, understanding timing routes, and envisioning ways to exploit defensive tendencies with surgical precision. The murmurs suggest a level of preparation that borders on obsessive, reflecting a commitment not only to personal excellence, but to transforming the entire Raiders offense into something unpredictable and electrifying. Observers claim that McCaffrey's work ethic has already impressed veteran teammates, sparking an internal dialogue about the potential of a shared leadership dynamic that could raise the entire team's standard. There is talk that coaching staff are designing packages specifically tailored to his unique ability to adapt on the fly, blending running, receiving, and occasional quarterback-like motion plays, forcing opponents to rethink coverage strategies at a granular level. Meanwhile, analysts speculate that defenses around the league are quietly panicking, trying to conceptualize ways to contain a player whose skill set blurs traditional positional lines. Rumors even suggest that the Raiders' front office might be exploring complementary acquisitions to maximize McCaffrey's potential, indicating a broader vision that extends beyond a single signing. The excitement is palpable, with each practice update and insider snippet fueling anticipation, as fans imagine McCaffrey as the linchpin of a high-octane, almost cinematic offensive machine capable of delivering highlight reel moments in every stadium. Industry chatter emphasizes the cultural impact of this move as well, hinting that McCaffrey's presence could elevate the Raiders' national profile to unprecedented levels. Social media trends indicate that merchandise sales are already spiking, while fan forums overflow with debates over how McCaffrey fits into a roster that has historically been inconsistent. Sources close to the locker room suggest that veteran leaders are cautiously optimistic, viewing McCaffrey as a transformative figure capable of mentoring younger players while simultaneously forcing everyone to elevate their game. There's also speculation that this signing is part of a broader strategy to lure additional high-profile talent, leveraging McCaffrey's reputation and skills to make the Raiders a destination of choice for elite players. Analysts are positing that his dual-threat capabilities might allow Las Vegas to exploit defensive mismatches week after week, shifting the strategic conversation across the league and forcing opponents to rethink entire defensive approaches. Rumors suggest the front office is intentionally crafting narratives of unpredictability, leaving rival teams guessing and injecting an element of psychological warfare into the season before it even begins. Pundits are already framing this acquisition as one of the boldest and most ambitious in recent NFL history, hinting at potential playoff implications and long-term dynasty-building prospects. With every insider report and cryptic social media post, anticipation grows, painting McCaffrey not just as a player, but as a symbol of Raiders' audacity and future aspirations. There are murmurs that the Raiders' offensive coordinator is envisioning new formations and gadget plays centered entirely around McCaffrey's versatility, blending run-pass options, motion packages, and even wildcat concepts to exploit every inch of field space. Observers note that the complexity of these schemes could take years to master, yet insiders hint that McCaffrey's football IQ and adaptability might accelerate this process, making him a cornerstone for a groundbreaking offensive philosophy. Speculation abounds that his presence might force opponents to rethink the very definition of defensive assignments, leading to mismatches across the board and potentially opening opportunities for other players who were previously overlooked. Industry sources indicate that McCaffrey's influence extends beyond X's and O's. His reputation for preparation, leadership, and resilience could fundamentally reshape the locker room culture, creating an environment where excellence becomes a contagious standard. Rumors from training sessions suggest that younger teammates are already emulating his habits, from film study to conditioning routines, signaling a ripple effect that could redefine team dynamics for years. Fans online are already imagining a litany of what-if scenarios, from explosive fourth-quarter comebacks to highlight reel touchdowns, all fueled by McCaffrey's dual-threat ingenuity. The speculation is as much about cultural impact as it is about football, as analysts consider how one extraordinary acquisition could catalyze a franchise-wide renaissance, blending talent, ambition, and narrative intrigue into a single, compelling storyline that captures the imagination of the NFL universe. Industry insiders are floating the idea that McCaffrey's signing could have ripple effects beyond the field, potentially influencing league-wide trends in how versatile running backs are utilized in modern offenses. Rumors suggest that coaches across the NFL are quietly analyzing tape, looking for lessons from the Raiders' approach, with some speculating that McCaffrey could spark a new era where dual-threat playmakers dominate playbooks in ways previously reserved for quarterbacks. Social media commentary is rife with imaginative predictions, imagining McCaffrey taking handoffs, lining up in the slot, and creating explosive plays from angles no defense could anticipate. Fans are particularly enthralled by the idea that his presence might turn previously average drives into highlight-laden sequences, forcing rival defensive coordinators into a state of constant strategic recalibration. Industry chatter hints at potential marketing campaigns that capitalize on his arrival, signaling that the Raiders see this as more than just an athletic acquisition, but a cultural event capable of attracting a wider audience and generating unprecedented engagement. Analysts speculate on the cascading effects, from ticket sales to broadcast viewership, positioning McCaffrey as a key figure in both on-field success and off-field franchise growth. The rumors, speculation, and unofficial leaks create a narrative of expectation, anticipation, and intrigue, painting McCaffrey's move to Las Vegas as a watershed moment that could resonate far beyond a single season, reshaping the league perception of positional versatility, team ambition, and the art of building a modern offensive juggernaut. Rumors from inside the league suggest that McCaffrey's arrival in Las Vegas is already causing a subtle shift in how opposing defenses are preparing for the Raiders, with coaches reportedly designing contingency plans specifically to account for his unpredictability. Analysts whisper about the potential for game-changing formations where McCaffrey operates almost as a quarterback in motion, blurring traditional positional roles and forcing defensive coordinators into reactive strategies rather than proactive ones. Sources hint that even preseason practices are being approached differently, with an emphasis on crafting dynamic reads and reaction-based plays that leverage his ability to exploit mismatches in real time. Fans have taken to social media, creating mock highlight reels and speculation threads, imagining McCaffrey scoring in ways that feel almost cinematic, while insiders claim that the locker room energy has shifted, with players buzzing about new possibilities and offensive creativity. The narrative being constructed is one of audacity and innovation, with McCaffrey positioned as both a tactical weapon and a cultural icon, capable of inspiring teammates and intimidating opponents simultaneously. Leaks suggest that rival teams are watching film obsessively, trying to anticipate plays that may never materialize, underscoring the psychological edge the Raiders hope to achieve by centering their offense around one of the most versatile athletes in the NFL today, creating a season of heightened anticipation and suspense. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers from the Raiders coaching staff indicate that they're crafting a series of packages designed exclusively to maximize McCaffrey's dual-threat abilities, blending inside runs, outside sweeps, screen passes, and even motion plays that mimic a quarterback's decision-making process. Rumors suggest that these innovations could transform the Raiders' playbook into one of the most unpredictable and dynamic in the league, forcing defensive coordinators to prepare for every possible variation, creating a chess-like strategic battle that extends far beyond typical game planning. Analysts speculate that McCaffrey's presence could catalyze a domino effect, influencing how other teams perceive the value of versatile skill players and potentially inspiring a wave of offensive creativity across the NFL. Inside sources hint that veteran players are excited by the challenge, seeing an opportunity to redefine their roles and showcase talents that might have gone underutilized in previous systems. Fans, meanwhile, are theorizing about McCaffrey moments in clutch situations, imagining scenarios where his agility and football IQ turn tight games into highlight reel finishes, while rumors continue to swirl about additional acquisitions aimed at complementing his skill set. The anticipation builds relentlessly, painting McCaffrey not just as a player, but as the catalyst for a radical offensive transformation capable of reshaping the narrative of the Raiders' entire season, and perhaps the league itself. Insiders claim that McCaffrey's work ethic has already begun to influence the culture within the Raiders' locker room, with teammates reportedly adopting new routines inspired by his preparation, film study habits, and relentless attention to detail. Rumors indicate that the coaching staff is leveraging this influence, aiming to create a culture of accountability, intensity, and creativity that extends far beyond the field and into every aspect of team performance. Analysts speculate that this cultural shift could yield dividends in terms of player development, team cohesion, and overall consistency, addressing long-standing issues that have hindered the Raiders' playoff aspirations. Social media chatter highlights fans' excitement, with countless threads imagining game-winning drives, explosive third-down conversions, and McCaffrey-led comebacks that elevate the Raiders into a playoff contending status. Leaks suggest that the front office views this signing as a long-term investment, capable of redefining the franchise's identity while simultaneously drawing national attention and media narratives in their favor. The whispers paint a picture of a player whose impact transcends mere statistics, transforming him into a symbol of innovation, excellence, and ambition. with every rumor, practice observation, and speculative analysis feeding a larger narrative of Raiders' resurgence and the tantalizing possibility of football seasons redefined by McCaffrey's versatility, creativity, and leadership. Rumors are circulating that rival teams are scrambling to adjust their defensive schemes in response to McCaffrey's arrival, with some suggesting that coordinators are studying tape late into the night, attempting to predict how the Raiders might deploy their new weapon in every conceivable scenario. Analysts speculate that this unprecedented preparation pressure could lead to mistakes, blown coverages, and mismatches that McCaffrey and the Raiders' offense could exploit with devastating efficiency, turning ordinary plays into momentum-shifting moments. Sources hint that even minor adjustments, from linebacker alignments to nickel package usage, are under scrutiny, reflecting the level of disruption McCaffrey is already causing across the league. Fans are imagining the potential for trick plays, deep passes from unusual formations, and audacious runs that defy conventional football logic, creating an almost cinematic anticipation for every Raiders game. Inside whispers suggest that the coaching staff is actively experimenting with multiple scenarios, aiming to create an environment where unpredictability is not only encouraged, but systematically integrated into the offense, giving the Raiders a competitive edge that may extend throughout the season. The cumulative effect, according to insiders, could be a psychological advantage so pronounced that opponents enter games already anticipating chaos, highlighting how a single strategic acquisition, combined with McCaffrey's unique abilities, can ripple outward, transforming preparation, performance, and perception league-wide in ways previously unseen in modern football. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.